Hey everybody, I hope y'all are having a good evening. We're having a very wet one here. I'm really hoping that I can get through this before the storms. So I'm going to check on here and see. I know I'm on the right page, but well, some might argue that point with you. But as most of you know, I had done a live the other night, and it was using Miss Lillian's Texture Magic, and I had created a petrified wood. So that's on my page, or it's on Miss Lillian's No Wax Chalk Paint page, her main page. You can probably on her page put in search in the search area and just put in guitar and it'll come up. But this is what it looked like, and y'all, I have a lot to go through, so I'm really not going to waste any time. So if you're watching, I would appreciate if you'd put in hashtag live. If it's replay, hashtag replay. And first, I guess I need to introduce myself, but most of y'all know who I am. I am Renee Holder of Two Chatty Chicks, and I'm Little Rock, Arkansas. I carry products at Midtown Vintage on 105 North Rodney Parham, and at Southern Studio at 323 Cross Street, South Cross Street, just down from the Capitol. And I teach classes as well. So y'all like our pages and keep up with our events, and you'll see what I'm doing and where we're at. But this is the guitar that I created using Miss Lillian's Texture Magic. And y'all, so to save time, I will go in after the live and answer any questions. And I appreciate all questions, and I love all the shares. And you know what? I haven't done this in a long time. So I'm going to anyone that shares and comments that they shared, I will put in a winner at the end. I'll have to wait and go upstairs and put everyone's name in, and I will send you an 8-ounce of the metallic paint. Is that not awesome? I love it. And but anyway, this is the petrified wood look, and I've had kind of trying to figure out a way where I could kind of do this in steps so that I could show you each thing. So I've kind of done the back, the front, and another piece over here. And I'm really hoping that whenever I go to put the leaf on that I haven't boofed up, because I forgot to do one step to have it prepared, and it usually takes 2-3 days to dry. But I got it on today, and it's been in front of a fan for hours, so we're holding our breath. But anyway, I had some people ask if there was some other finishes that I might suggest. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bling this baby up. And I used Miss Lillian's metallic in the torrid teal for this. And she has the extender now, but I didn't, for like if you're doing a large piece of furniture, it's fabulous to add because it's wonderful. But this is such a small piece that I didn't add any. But look at that. Is that not just beautiful color? I love it. It's one of my favorites until I use the next color. Y'all know that about me, right? Okay, I'm going to set this down, and so I can put my paint in the plate. Look, isn't that pretty? Wow. And so I'm not going to need much, but you know, it does help sometimes to see. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it in stages, and I just hope that I can pull it off. So what I did is I just brushed it on with a chip brush. And then I'll show y'all how if you get a hair, you can just scoop it right up, just like that right there. And that was my hair. Okay. Trying to make sure that y'all see this. Okay, now what I wanted to do, I'm going to have to put me just a little bit more out. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking my brush and I'm pouncing it down into the paint like that to get it on the ends. I'm not swiping it, I'm dipping it like that so that I can get it on the ends of my brush, because what I'm doing is I'm going in and kind of mush pushing that into all of the crevices and the holes, just like that. And you know what? That's all I did. I didn't go back and smooth it out. Now there I have a little bit much, so I'm going to probably do that, rake some of it off, go back, and you know what? It's perfect. I didn't have to go back and do anything to it at all. So I'm going to set this aside because the next process I did was adding Miss Lillian's gel stain. Everything I use tonight is water-based except for the gel stain, and it's tobacco. And I'll go ahead and show you the back. Is that not pretty? I think that is just absolutely gorgeous. And I'll show you two different ways to manipulate that, and it's very, very easy. But I'm going to set this aside so that hopefully this will dry. And I've also got the leaf size already on here too, so I've got to be careful of how I set it down, because we're going to bling the front up too. Just hadn't made it that far. So, and I don't know why my, okay. And I don't want to get real close because then y'all can see all my wrinkles. So I'm trying to stay back away from the camera. Okay, this is, I painted this on the board, and it is over the Texture Magic that I, just like the petrified wood right here, like I did on the guitar. So, let me get this paint up. This is a trick of how we used to remove glaze on our wall finishes. Let me put that in the water. And I'm going to be using Miss Lillian's Gel Stain Tobacco. And you always want to stir because you're going to have that sediments go to the bottom. And y'all wear gloves with this. And if you are working on a large project and you don't get through, and I just put it on with a chip brush, but what I do is if I'm working on, I got to find my thumb. Okay, this is not that difficult. Is I'll take and put my brush in the inside of a glove, and I don't put it in the refrigerator like you do your paint brushes. Just leave it out, and then you can use it the next day. But whenever I'm through, I take it and I put it in a bucket of water in a bag and wait for the garbage to come and throw it away, including my rags. You don't want to leave them laying around. So what I'm going to do, set this aside. Oh, I just got that on my cup. And like I said, just use a chip brush, and y'all be very careful with this. You want to make sure you have your surrounding area covered well, because if you're like me, you're going to splatter. And you know, it's just the product. But I tell you what, y'all, I absolutely love the gel stains. I've used every color that she's got, and I'm just scrubbing it on. I'm not being particular at all. Okay, now that looks pretty dark, doesn't it? And I love this. I know that's crazy, but I love the smell of it. Now, this is a tool that there is no telling how old it is, and it is a window cleaner. And as you can see, I have about wore it out. But whenever we would do wall finishes that were texture, we would put a glaze on, and then this is what we would use to pull the glaze off. I'm going to start from the bottom because if I go down, it may drip. So I'm going to come from the bottom just like that. Okay, and I may have to come over here, but that's okay. See that right there? That is how you get that look. Okay, let me wipe that off. I'm not kidding. I have literally wore that out. Had it around for a long time. So I'm going to come back over here because I'm wanting to get this. That's why I haven't turned my camera down, because I wanted y'all to really see this up close. And you just keep pulling until you get what you want off. Now, you can also use gauze, which y'all know that I use that a lot with the gel stains. And y'all, I do a square just like that, and I'm going to get every ounce I can out of that to use. So I'm going to fold it, and then I kind of hold it like that, and I'm not going to spread that back around, or I could, you know, with what's already there. And then you can manipulate that any way that you want. You can go in circles, okay? And I'm going to flip that over. Isn't that just gorgeous? And see, this kind of pulls that out of there, but look at the tonal value. That is so rich. I just love it. And you know what? I step back, and that's something else. Whenever y'all are working on something, it's always good to step back and really take a good look at it, because it's going to look different whenever you step away from it for about 5 or 6 feet than you sitting up here looking at it, working on it. So always try to remember that. Say, I think, okay, I've pulled too much off. Okay, I'm just going to lightly put a little back on, and then I'm not going to, let me turn my gauze. Okay, and then say I'm just going to pat it and manipulate it that way and leave it kind of darker in areas like that. See? It just depends on the look that you're going for. And say you want to play with furniture and come up with some different finishes, find you some boards and just start putting products on there and playing and creating, but write them down. I know. So I love that. I think that is so pretty. And this is Torrid Teal, Miss Lillian's metallic paint with the gel stained tobacco on the top. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, now I'm going to put my brush back in my glove where I don't get it everywhere. And then I can take these off. Okay, now I already have the size on the back of the guitar to apply the leaf. Because like I said, I didn't want y'all to have to wait for dry time. But I'm going to show y'all how to apply that. So let me, first I'll show y'all, I was going to use something else and I changed my mind at the last minute. I was going to use this so that y'all can see what this is. Look at the detail in that, y'all. Is that not absolutely just darling? This is the paper that goes under cakes. And you can get them anywhere they sell cake stuff. I've used them a lot and different stuff. And with the texture of the Texture Magic, I thought, you know what? I'm going to change that up just a little bit, but I still want to show y'all. I did apply it on a flat surface. Is that not gorgeous? Look at that detail up close. I'm trying to get that as close as I can with the light. Isn't that gorgeous? So that just shows you the detail that you can get by using this. But I changed my mind. We're using the Harlequin diamonds like this here. And I carry these, so, and if there's anything that I've used tonight that y'all want, just message me and let me know. and I can get it ordered. So, and the foil size or the leaf size that I'm using tonight, I also carry that. And what is so unique about it, I wish we'd have had this back in the day, because most of the time we had to use an oil size for open time. But with this size, you can put it on today, you can leave it a week, 6 weeks, as long as you keep the dust off of it, and it's still tacky. You can still apply your leaf to it. So that is awesome. I'm telling you, it's really great, because if you're like me, you'll be working on 2 or 3 projects and you've set that aside and you forget about it, you're off doing something else, and, oh, I need to finish that. So I'm just going to use foam roller, and it is clean, it's just stained, and the size goes on white, but then as it dries it clears. So what I do is I use a stencil spray adhesive, and not a lot. You can get this at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anywhere like that, okay? And you just lightly spray the back. It doesn't take a lot. And then I just kind of spray it, and I'm gonna, hang on just a second, y'all, and I'll get y'all turned down. Oh, I found you. I got up close enough where I could see what somebody's saying. All right, I'm going to turn this down where y'all can see me doing this. All right, I have that sprayed, and I'm just going to lay it down into position. And I've got something black so that y'all could see the color. Hey, y'all, and listen, any questions that y'all ask, I will go back after the after I'm through, and I'll answer all of your questions. It's just that I do have a lot to cover, and so I was trying to get it all in before it started storming. So it's not that I'm ignoring y'all, because that is the last thing I want to do. But that, to answer your question right quick, it was Texture Magic and paint added in, and there is a video explaining that. And what I'll do is, if you like, I can tag you in it, or I will add it into the link of this live whenever we're through, so you can find it. So I'm just going to put that on the roller, and this is, I've pressed this down, see, and you know what, y'all, if you're doing a black surface, I can't wait to play with mixed media with this one, because you can see right here where there's not any. It's hard to tell with the glare, okay? I would like to do that and use a skip method to where it's not completely covered. So you know what? I'm going to do that with this one. I'm not going to completely cover. I'm just randomly going to hit and miss. I like that. Now you can see that that's white. I hope you can see that that's white, but whenever it dries, it's going to be clear. And then you're just going to pull this off, and you can go and wash it off. But there you can kind of see the shape of the diamonds. All right, I'm just going to set this aside because I don't want to get it on anything. So now, and then whenever you're through, you can just wash this with water. You don't have to worry about that at all. The only thing that is oil-based is the gel stain that I'm using tonight. Everything else is water. All right, now, the fun part of the fun part. All right, I have, and I hope that it's ready, and y'all can see this. I'm going to apply. Y'all, I am so thrilled with this, and I'm hoping that I can find some more. I just stumbled across it by accident. But you know what? If not, gold leaf or foil leaf would be absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Is that not just to die for, y'all? Oh my gosh. Oh man, I don't have my baby powder. I knew there was something else I needed. But if you'll take and put just a little bit of baby powder on your hands, it will help with your application of this and handling it. It won't stick to your hands that way. So you can take and put it on. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll crumble and I'll go in and add it like that, and then I will rub it around like so. But I just think that is the prettiest color. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to get it started so that I can show y'all the process. And then we'll do, I'll do a photo afterwards. I'll stage it and take a really good photograph, because I want to do some stuff to the front. And then I'll have to get all of this off out of there, but I got a feeling that is sticking to the gel stain because I just put that on there today. So it's probably not fully dry, but that's okay. That's what happens whenever you forget and don't do what you're supposed to do. Now, let's see. I had one of these because this is rough. It's hard for me to manipulate that. So I'm going to take and use that to get the excess off. Oh my. This is kind of like, let me get this down here on the floor, y'all, because I don't want that going everywhere, and I'll have to get my vacuum cleaner. But I'll have to get all of this here out later. But you can see the diamond shape. Isn't that going to, and I'm trying to get that out of the light so it's not glaring and blinding y'all. But you can see the diamond shape. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I'll go ahead and do a couple more, because I'll have to come back and get all of that out. But there's no need, and y'all having to watch me have to do that, so. But I just think that is just so pretty. Beautiful color. And you want to make sure that you're not rubbing where the size is without your leaf. Like I was rubbing on one spot there, and I could tell that I was on the size, so I want to make sure I don't do that, because I could rub it off. Okay, see, I'll have to come in and get all of that off, and I can do that later. But keep it, you need a dust buster whenever you do this. That's why I don't do this in a class, because the stuff goes everywhere. But you know what, if you're doing a project at home, you can contain it. Where in a class, there's just no way. And I have a dust buster, but there's no need in me hooking that up and making all the noise. I'll just do it whenever I'm done, because I will need to really have this all cleaned up before I go to put my top coat on it. But y'all can see how easy that is to apply. It's absolutely wonderful. I wish that one over there was dry enough to show you on it as well. Okay, let me get this down here and get some of that wiped off. Wow. That is pretty. I really do like that. All right, y'all. You know what? I'm actually liking that in here. I may leave that because it's really giving it a different effect. Man, I hope y'all can see that. Let me raise this up just a second. It's hard for me to see. Isn't that pretty? Because of the light, the way that light is shining down, I wanted to have it set up just a little where y'all could see that a little bit better. But actually, I'm liking the overflow in this other part. Isn't that? So that's an accident. I wasn't expecting that, but I like it. Sometimes those are the best. So I really do like that. So you know what? I may turn it down and go ahead and finish this back so that y'all can see that. I really do like that. Sometimes a mistake is a happy mistake. Because you know, you just never know what's going to happen, especially live. And especially whenever you didn't have it pre-prepped. So, but I am liking that a lot. And y'all, I'm going to have this stuff all over me. And can y'all imagine doing a ceiling? I've done one of those. It was absolutely gorgeous, but goodness gracious, this stuff was it wasn't this color, it was literally, it was gold leaf. But it was really pretty. Done that back in my faux days down in Baton Rouge, working with a friend of mine called Marty Carroll. She has retired from doing faux finishing. She was Fauxscapes back in the day. We had a lot of fun. Okay. I'm wanting to distinguish the diamonds. Okay, I've got that. Perfect. Perfect. Love it. Okay, I'm going to do just one more spot, and then I'm going to flip this over so that y'all can see what I'm going to do to the front. And then I'll finish this up later. But I did kind of hate to quit. I think it's kind of cool. And plus too, whenever I turn it over, it's going to be sitting on that size. So I kind of want to try and have all of the size covered before I do that. I just hope I can find this color again because I love it. I think it's just so pretty. Okay, I'm going to have to get this down here because oh, wow. Okay, let me raise this up where I can show y'all what I'm doing to get this effect. Okay. I'm using a green scrubby. Okay. Look at that. Is that not what I'm doing? Is I'm going ahead and I'm scrubbing that around like that, and it's pushing it into all of the crevices. That's so pretty. I really am happy with that. Really, really nice. Wow. I've got this stuff everywhere, but that's okay. All right, let me move this out of the way. And I should have gotten my dust buster out, but I just didn't really think about it. So you know what? I'm going to roll up this apron. Very careful. Sorry for the delay, but that's real life and live. There we go. Now on the front, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to glaze it. Well, I've got that stuff all over me. And the sides, I think I'm going to, you know what? I wished I had my diamond. I wish I had the stencil washed, because I would lay it down here and I would, let me turn this down where y'all can see what I'm doing. I would use Miss Lynn's Gilding Jewels on this part. I don't know. There's two, you know what? Let me spray water on that, and I might be able to get it cleaned when we can do that. No, I don't want to take that chance because there's still size on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all some of my ideas, okay? These are wood flowers that a friend of mine, Brooke, introduced me to, that I absolutely love. Oh wow, it's thundering big time. And what I'm going to do, this is so easy to do. This is a mister, and you just take and you wet these wood flowers a little at a time, like this right here. And it's just misting it just a little. And then you can work these very gently until they you get them formed the way that you want, okay? And what I did, because of the pink on the back, I got out Miss Lynn's metallic glaze in the hot pink quartz. And I mean, I'm just going to use a little. It's not going to take much. Okay. And I'm just going to squirt that with a little bit of water again. And then I'm going to take this very little paint, and then I'm going to brush the edges. And then if I want, I can spray that again, and it will kind of bleed like a watercolor effect. Is that not pretty? I've already done that side. And then you can just touch the edges. And I just thought that would really be pretty to go with the other side, to kind of tie it all together. And see, you can add more water and it just spreads it. Very unique. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip. I don't think I need to spray myself. Okay, I'm just going to tip the edges. Just like that. And what I was planning on doing was setting this here and gluing that in. Because we're going to make it a girly. We're going to bling it, make it girly. But I do think I'll finish the sides later. And then on the front, I've decided that I'm going to leave it in the color, just the metallic, and not do anything to it. And dress it up and that way I can hang it in the studio for so people can see the differences with just the metallic paint and with the glaze and with the gilding jewels. Now I'm also going to kind of bling it up with molds, and I also have videos showing how to pour the molds. I use Amazing, which is a 2-part epoxy. I didn't get my box, but I'll post pictures if you like. You can just ask me. Be more than glad to show you. And you can go over to the left-hand side and click on the videos, and I've got some in there somewhere explaining how to do the molds. And whenever I get them poured, the Amazing, they set up in about 10 minutes, and you can pop them out, and they are white. Let's see. They're white like that, and most of the time I just take them, put them on a board, line them up, spray paint them a flat black. And then that's whenever you can dress them up. And how I dress them up is with Miss Lillian's gilding jewels. And I've picked some here that are all different colors, and I'm going to kind of tie the colors together. So I'm thinking about that one there, and I really had already that one finished, and I like the way that it looks. So I'm not going to change it. That is got some of Miss Lillian's gilding gold. It's got some of her, the moss and the patina in it. So I like that one. I'm going to leave that one just as it is. And I'm thinking about putting these two. Let me move that. Okay, these two right here. But I want to change the colors. So what I'm going to do is I will... I don't think I'm going to use the red. I don't know, I might. And then this is the Diva. This is turquoise. And then this is the patina. And y'all, I just use a stencil brush. That's all. If I really want to get it down in there and work, if I just want to highlight, I use my finger. But I think I'm going to use... I always forget turquoise. I always want to say mermaid. I don't know why with that color. But I'm just going to push that all in the corners, down in the cracks. Like that. And let's see. You know what? I kind of like that. But you can see how that the gilding jewels just changed that color. But yet I want a little bit of a highlight, so either I could use the Diva, add a little bit of pink, or if I wanted the gold, or a little of both. See how intense that is? Ooh, I almost got too much. You don't need much, and this stuff goes forever. I like that. Need a little there to kind of blend that in. And you know what? They don't always have to match. Just so they're close. That's all that matters. Okay, I'm going to use the turquoise again. You know what? That's beautiful just in itself. So this one I use a little bit of Diva like I did on the other one. And a little of the gold. Very pretty, y'all. What do y'all think? Okay. Let's see. I'm hoping y'all can... There we go. Had to move my camera just a tad. So, and what I'll do is I will glue these. And the glue that I use is an old-timey cement. It comes with the brush like that. I've used everything there is out there. And I don't like using hot glue because if it gets cold, it's gonna come off. I don't care what you do. And I've used E6000. I've used several others. And you know, really it's just preference. Everybody likes something different. But I really do like this. I use it a lot. And it doesn't take a whole lot. I may put a little on, let it tack up, pull it back up, put a little more. But it works great. So now, I really need a drink. Get that out from underneath that handle. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all remember, I forget, if y'all like and share, be sure and comment that you shared, and I will do a drawing and send y'all an 8-ounce free of miscellaneous metallic paint. And again, if y'all are asking questions, I will absolutely answer every one of them after the live. I'll go upstairs and get on the computer. And although I did see yours, Sissy, I get the glue at Home Depot. Really, you can probably get it at any hardware store. And if y'all like, I will take photographs of the different things that I've used. And that, or if y'all want, you can message me and I'll send them to you. Or I can just make an album on my page of, you know what, I do need to do that. On my page, I'll create an album with the different stuff that I use, like the glue, stuff that you can purchase out somewhere. And y'all, I use lots of baby wipes, but y'all already know that. So, and I was thinking about these two here, and I kind of like the way that they are, but let's add a little bit. I think that's the patina. Oh yeah, I like that. And, you know, I am just so hooked on gold. I put that on just about everything. But isn't that pretty? I really do like that. And I like the contrast up against the teal. So those two actually almost match. And I wasn't planning on that, but hey, I'll take it. And also on this and the handle, for those of you that didn't see the petrified wood guitar, I used a stencil brush and different colors. I used, I believe, copper, the patina, the gold, and I just applied the different colors just like that on the handle. It's just so easy. And y'all, also on this, I think what would be cool is if I found ribbon that was this color. I don't know if I can do that or not. I saw someone that had taken and put pearls, and I thought that was so cute. But I kind of wanted to do my own idea, so I think that I'll try and find some ribbon and see what happens. But I really like how that is, and oh, you know what? I don't know. I think I'll just leave that. If I do the ribbon, I think that might be too much if I do something on the handle here. So let's see. This is a different flower that I had done, and I kind of done it in the multicolor. Okay, I had used the metallic paint and the hot pink quartz and the metallic glaze together with water, which I thought was kind of cool. So, wow. I don't know. Y'all pick. And I will use whichever flower y'all want me to use. So I'm not going to say. I'll let y'all pick. That's that one. And that is that one. Let's see. And I think 2 would be too much. And especially if I'm going to use the ribbon coming down through here. So let's see. I will glue all of this on. I want to look at the back again. Wow. That is so pretty. I am really pleased with that. It kind of gives a mixed media effect to it. And I think that the reason that the gold leaf, or not gold leaf, whatever cut, plum, fuchsia, whatever, is because the gel stain wasn't completely dry. It was dry to the touch, but I think as the leaf touched in there, it just kind of sucked it in. But you know what? That's a happy accident because I like it. I really do. Hang on just a second. That's still not quite dry. No, I thought that might be dry enough. It's not clear. But whenever that's clear, then it's ready to, let me see if I can force it right quick. The other day I was doing that and I blew a breaker, so I don't want to do that. Let's see. I want to move that because I don't want that all over that. Or that. Let me, and two, it's sticking to me because I don't have my baby powder, y'all. You just don't do this without baby powder. And I really don't want it to completely be flat on my diamond, so I kind of want to scrunch it like that. I just want to do a couple so that y'all can see this on a black surface. And I really like the fact that it's not 100% coverage. Kind of like old world. I love that. See, isn't that, ooh, the lighting. Boy, that's tough on the eyeballs, y'all. I know it is for y'all. What do y'all think? I love it. Kind of hard to show in the video with the light up above, but anyway, let me get this turned back up, and I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I sure do appreciate y'all being here very much, and we made it through with no storms, so y'all didn't end up here by yourself, because I guarantee you, if the sirens had went off, I'd have said bye real quick and I'd seen y'all later. So I appreciate it, and y'all have a very blessed evening, and I will go upstairs and answer all y'all's questions. Bye, y'all. I appreciate it very much.